Having a baby genuinely has hurt my relationship, and I don't even feel bad saying that because it is also something that has helped us to grow and transform, and in the repair, we've become closer than we've ever been. Figuring out how to group project a living, breathing, screaming human that is changing constantly while you yourself are sleep deprived, hormonal, in a new body, in a new life. You don't have a routine. Everything has completely changed. You suddenly have no time for one another. You don't really recognize one another, but you also don't really recognize yourselves. It is hard. It is like running a marathon with like knives just sticking out at you from all directions. But what I didn't realize before is that it actually gives you the perfect opportunity to heal and transform, both as a couple and as individuals, like nothing else before. The only way out is through, and through is hard. And it requires 3 things. Number 1, patience, okay? And I mean patience. Patience with yourself, patience with them, patience with your baby, patience with your life, patience with nothing looking like you thought it would or like you wanted to. Patience. Communication. Over-communicate, okay? Just never stop yapping to one another. You have to just keep yapping, keep talking, because you're still gonna miscommunicate. You're still not gonna understand each other. You're still gonna forget to tell them something, and you just have to keep trying over and over again. And finally, empathy. For me, it was when he said he was tired. Yes, physiologically, I am more tired than he is. However, that does not mean that he is not tired. Where is my empathy button? Okay, let me just turn it on. I literally would tell myself this every time he'd be like, oh, I'm so tired. Yeah. Turn on. And then finally, you have to remember to love each other, because love looks very different. It becomes filling up each other's water bottles. It becomes hugging someone from behind while they're doing the dishes, letting them eat first. The little things are all there really is. And so those little things become everything. And you have to get used to recognizing that as love and also remembering to give it. You're just gonna keep doing this little by little, day by day, month by month. And then one day you're gonna wake up and you're gonna look and you're gonna be like, wait, we're doing this. And I don't hate you anymore. A couple of other things that have really helped us. Number 1 is couples therapy. Couples therapy has been a game changer. If you have a documented mental health condition like moi, you can usually get couples therapy covered by insurance, because you just use it as an extension of your treatment needs for your mental health condition, which mine fully is. Like, the number 1 trigger of my anxiety is thinking that Sam hates me. Anxious attachment. Who? But seriously, our couples therapist has helped us so much, especially in this time frame where our communication is just fried. Like, sometimes we'll literally leave things to talk about in couples therapy, and we'll just be like, we're going to talk about this in couples therapy. Or I'll write a note on my phone of like things I need to talk about in couples therapy. And then by the time that day comes around, sometimes those things have already been resolved. I don't care anymore. Or I'm like, oh, okay, these are the things we need to address and talk about with a third party that's completely non-biased. And it best money I've ever spent in my life. And again, you can get it covered by insurance. So if you have insurance, you don't even have to spend that much necessarily. The second thing for us has been a parenting schedule. This I've never heard of before, but we created this parenting schedule with our couples therapist because neither of us felt like we were having any time to fill our own cups. We had a baby like far from our friends and our family, so we don't really have someone who can just come over and like watch our kid while we have time to pour into ourselves or each other. So we have had to make a schedule to make sure that that happens and lean on one another to help provide that. So for example, Friday is date night. Even if that date night is just like pulling out the couch and watching a movie on our projector and making a bowl of popcorn, like something special, something that feels unique. If we can get a babysitter, yes, amazing, go out on like an actual date, but just remembering to pour into each other during that time, which brings me to micro dates. Micro dates are extremely important. Like, okay, the baby's playing happily on his little playmat. Let me go cuddle with Sam. Let me go hold his hands. Let me give him a little kiss, okay? Let's like talk about something non-related to the child. Let's do something just for us. Tiny little micro dates whenever you can, like during nap time, when they go to bed, whatever it is. Just find like 10 minutes. Give each other little lovies, however that looks. Another part of the parenting schedule is that each of us get a day where we are not the primary parent. So on Saturdays, Sam does whatever the hell he wants. If he wants to go somewhere, hang out with people, get drunk, literally whatever he wants to do on Saturdays, he can do that. And then on Sundays, mommy does whatever she wants, okay? Now, I am exclusively breastfeeding, but you make it work. Like, some Sundays I pump and I leave the milk behind like I would if I was going to work. Other days I like do my own thing in the area, and then he just calls me whenever it's time to feed the baby and I go back upstairs. you make it work. But basically just days where you can turn off. 1 day a week where I know I am not responsible for anyone but myself and like making dinner. It is life-saving. I look forward to Sundays every week, which is a huge part of the next thing, which I think making sure you're focusing on your own internal growth and your own transformation is so important. I used to be one of those people that was like, oh, I want to like grow as a couple. And like, if I'm going to yoga and journaling, I want you to go to yoga and journal. Like, I want us to both be, working on our self-development together and at the same pace. And that is just like not realistic, honestly, long-term for anyone's relationship, kids or not. Like, that's just not, I don't even really think that's healthy. That's like an anxious attachment style. That used to very much be me. Now it's like, okay, I'm going through wild transformations internally, hormonally, mentally, physiologically. Everything is going through a transformation when you are a mother and stepping into that new identity. Honestly, just like any period of your life where you're facing such change, graduating college, starting a new job, there's going to be so much inner transformation, and you have to do the work to focus on you in that period and focus on your own transformation. That is your responsibility. Yes, it's chaotic sometimes, things are crazy, but it is still your responsibility no matter what to tend to your own growth and development as a human being. And if you're not doing that, you inadvertently end up hurting your relationship because you kind of end up dumping your shit, your baggage onto the other person. For me, this means meditating in the morning, making sure that I meditate in the morning, knowing that I need to ask for 10 minutes to meditate if I can't do it with the baby, whatever, asking for those 10 minutes of meditation, journaling, keeping up with my gratitude, recognizing when I'm in a negative headspace and maybe like giving people some space during that time so I can just crash out on my own. I don't need to crash out in front of everyone. Whatever it is, just making sure that I'm tending to my own inner development and becoming the best version of myself that I can be for me, for my kid, for my partner, for my mom, for everyone in my life, but especially me because I matter. If you aren't good with you, you can't be good with anyone else. Your relationship with others starts with your relationship with yourself. And I think for me, this has been one of the hardest parts about motherhood is finding time to do this because it feels selfish, but it is not. The least selfish thing you can ever do is work on yourself. I'm trying to think if there's any other tips that have really helped us. Oh, just recognizing that things are going to look different forever, but eventually they won't be so different. I am definitely one of those people that can't really see out of their current situation very well. Like if I'm in an uncomfortable situation, I very much have like object permanence where I'm like, oh my God, it's going to be like this forever. I'm never going to be over this horrible feeling. But that is not true. There are just hard chapters in life. There's hard chapters in relationships. Hard chapters happen, and that's okay. They do not last forever, ever. Being patient with the fact that your life will change. It will get a little bit more normal. You will go back to who you are or who you were as a couple in some aspects. It's just going to be weird for a second. It's going to be a little strange for a second. That's all I got for you today. Thank you for hanging out with me in my car today, my little safe space. I love our little car chats. If you're new here, feel free to subscribe. I make videos. I've been making them every week, girl. Every single Monday. I'm not going to commit to a day, though, because that makes me anxious. But I will be seeing you regularly. I can say that. Okay, I need to go fill up my car with gas, finish making dinner, and go feed my baby.